Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about Aethusa cynapium. It is especially indicated in children, those who are during dentition in hot weather with violent vomiting, and the children who are intolerant to milk in any form. So this one line describes Aethusa in detail. You have to only remember this one line. And what it is? That is especially indicated in children during dentition in hot summer weather with violent vomiting, and children who have intolerance to milk in any form. So all the symptoms of Aethusa are violent. There is violent vomiting, there is violent convulsion, there is examination fear that is much violent, is very fearful. There is also for examination funk. Every symptoms there is much violence. Even Boric writes, the sufferings makes the patient speechless. Hence, Aethusa is one of the remedy for examination funk. And what do you mean by funk? Funk means a great fear or panic. So before the examination, the patient feels as if he is not able to fix his attention in Aethusa. What happens after studying for many time, after overstudy or overtaxation? What happens? The patient becomes incapacitated for keeping his attention on one subject. So he cannot read and cannot take up anything anymore. And hence here Aethusa is a great remedy for examination funk, as said by J.H. Clark. Also we know that in Aethusa its common name is fool's parsley. So you can easily remember that Aethusa children are really fools, like idiotic. They are confused. They cannot fix their attention. Hence Aethusa is very useful in this kind of children. Already I have discussed in abrotanum that there is marasmus. The patient cannot hold his head up or even stand from weakness or prostration. Also same as Aethusa. But in Aethusa the patient is idiotic, cannot able to read or write. There is idiocy, but in abrotanum the child is a cruel child. He is inhuman, he is violent. Here again in Aethusa we have to remember, in Aethusa there is the face. You can see the face and describe it very beautifully. Kent says that the death is stamped upon the face of the Aethusa child. And H.C. Allen writes there is linea nasalis. So only from the face many different remedy can be depicted. Like in aconite the face is of also the anxiety and fear. And here also the face is the death is stamped upon his face. Before it was used, many cases of cholera was there was failure. They have no remedy in cases of these cholera cases, and many of the patients died. Then after this remedy was proved, it is Kent writes that it is one of the remedy which saves life, because this remedy has the violent vomiting and also the violent stool, which is very common in hot weather, in children, and even also in old men. Kent says that it is suitable to improperly fed children, improperly fed infants. Whenever the infants cry, the mother puts him on the breast. So he takes up the milk and he has an intolerance of milk. In this hot weather there is violent vomiting, then there is exhaustion, then there is drowsiness and the patient sleeps. And again after some time, after 1 or 2 hours, he feels hungry. He again cries. Then again the mother puts the baby on her breast for milk. Then again he drinks the milk. Then again there is vomiting. There is greenish color, large cuts. There is vomiting. Again the patient is exhausted. There is great sleepiness and drowsiness, and again he goes to sleep. This cycle keeps on repeating. And this is the main story of Aethusa. And another some points that you have to remember from Boric, that is, he has to be covered during sweating. Must be covered during sweat. Another point is, there is frequent ineffectual desire to sneeze. Like there is frequent ineffectual desire for stool in nux vomica, Aethusa has frequent ineffectual desire for sneezing. Sufferings render patient speechless. There is convulsion. You remember that the thumbs are clenched, the eyes are drawn downwards, there is foam on the mouth, there is pulses, small, hard and quick. With all these things, we have to remember the vomiting. Also another dog is there. There is Valeriana. There is vomiting of curdled milk. After there is fit of anger in mother. That is Valeriana. And other some points that the Aethusa is very much intensely attached to pets. There is a delusion sees cats, rats and dogs, etc. And if there is some excoriation in thighs while walking, and Aethusa is also aggravation from stool, after vomiting, after eating or drinking, and after spasms. The face, there is herpetic eruption on the end of the nose, on the tip of the nose. There is linea nasalis. There is anxiety and fear stamped upon his face. There is complete absence of thirst. The child is idiotic. The child cannot stand from weakness or hold his head. And this is what we have to remember for Aethusa.